You know what's not a problem, though?
What's that?
Subscribing to this podcast.
It's easy to do.
We even make it easy for you. We've asked YouTube to just put a subscribe button, and all you have to do is click it.
If you're watching, it's right.
Patrick called him up and was like, "Hey, Mr. YouTube, I need you to put a subscribe button." And he was like, "Okay."
And if you're watching this on YouTube, there's about to be one over one of our faces, I think.
Yeah, probably. Well, we could put it over the candle.
Over Tim's candle face.
Yeah. Also, there's this share thing. It's got this little arrow, or it's got the three little.
Yeah, that's neat.
Just hit it, and you can share it on that social media because we know you're on it.
Yeah.
We know. Yeah. Statistics say you're on it right now.
Yeah.
You know who's not?
We probably need to do this at the beginning of a podcast because I think what's happening is
Everybody tuned us out an hour ago.
Yeah. People tune in for the funny stuff, and then when we get serious, they're out, and then we start talking about.
We shall meet, but we shall miss him. There will be one vacant chair. We shall linger to caress him when
I will not caress him.
our evening prayer.
That might get him to come back.
We shall meet, but we shall miss
Feels
him.
awful. Like there's just too much space in this room. Too much space.
The vacuum created by the absence of Tim Layton.
It's surprising that his flame would burn
It is.
because of the vacuum he created.
It is.
We have to be strong, man. We must be strong. Our passengers need us. So tonight, welcome. You're listening to Passages. I'm here with Jason. Nobody to my left. And Patrick.
Oh, I thought you forgot who I was.
No,
What is his name?
no, I remember your name. I've seen you somewhere before.
Somewhere.
I did have submitted today a picture. I guess you would call it a proof of life of our long missed friend, Tim.
It's good to know. In hostage situations, these things are important.
Obviously, he is stuck at AT&T at the data center, but he is at least holding up today's newspaper, showing that he is alive and well.
Well, what's amazing is in his free time away from us, he has revived the Birmingham News.
I know. It's been resurrected,
It's great.
if you will. This is not at all an AI photoshopped image. This is Tim. I mean, the vest is obviously Tim.
I just want to know who the Thunder and Wolves are.
Well, I mean, let's not get into the details.
Get a copy of the Birmingham News today and read it.
This
read
is
about
not
it.
a time to get into the weeds.
No.
This is not Mitch McConnell, okay? There is no
Under
AI
even series.
hallucinations in there at all.
That's great.
Not a one. Well, as we know, we are fans of animals on this show. We've talked about Gracie the giraffe.
Yeah.
Talked about
Kangaroos.
monkeys, kangaroos. I mean, we really don't discriminate against animals. of
We
any
love
kind.
all
animals.
Yeah.
A horse in the house. Remember that one?
Well,
Cow in the house.
did you guys hear about the bison? And
I
The
did.
Lipscomb bison?
maybe
The University of
Maybe.
Lipscomb.
He was
bison.
in the wrong place if he was a Lipscomb bison.
yeah.
Oh, that looks like him.
up in Yellowstone National Park.
Santa Claus in the background.
Yeah, this bison. I don't think there's any sound here, but this bison was
Oh, that is not a good sign.
was very angry and wallowing. You could just kind of tell, just a little agitated,
posturing, if you will.
posturing. The two folks in the back here,
Got to get their pictures.
got to get their pictures, and I think maybe just made the bison mad. He got a little angry. He didn't want his picture taken.
He's trying to warn him.
Yeah,
He's probably in witness protection.
he might be. He might be.
Oh, the truck
So
got
he
him fired up.
Yeah, he got mad at the truck, and then he goes and chases this couple
Into the woods.
Yeah, and around in the.
Oh, no.
Oh, this is not good.
No.
It
I
sounded
love
like
that somebody's just keeping the camera
Yeah.
rolling.
Yeah. So
they were going, run away.
So the guy with the
Here it
cameras.
comes.
Oh no, he's not getting away from this thing. Oh no, he tripped.
Oh.
and it feels like such a cartoon.
Yeah.
But it actually happened. So
Oh man.
And it stood over him for a minute
it
or
did.
two.
It's like
it was going to go
flexing
back after him.
or
So
flexing like.
So a professional photographer named Mike McLeod was the videographer here.
Okay.
And
You think a professional could get it a little more stable?
Well,
no judgment.
he
Or
was
maybe put the camera down and save the old man.
He was probably panicking a little. He did say as soon as the old man was launched, he then put the camera down. I mean, the video ends kind of right there.
Like he didn't know how that was going to end.
Right.
I mean, you've got Rip Van Winkle running from from an animal that can run 30 miles an hour and weighs as much as a garbage truck.
So the guy who was hurled his name is Carl Isom McDonald, and he suffered broken bones, needed some surgery, and is otherwise, I guess, reported as recovering. It does not appear that they did anything to antagonize the bison.
No. He
He was just angry. He woke up on the wrong side
They're
of the
wild animals.
Yeah, of the pasture this morning. Or the field, I guess the rolling field. I don't know what
I mean,
a bison wakes
Looked
up.
like it was a campground. There's a picnic
Yeah.
table there.
Yeah. You don't mess with bison, bears, bulls.
No, well,
Or
in their
Battlestar Galactic.
or black bears. It doesn't look like they were doing
Or
anything
grizzlies.
directly to the bison.
No.
He was just angry, and they were in the wrong place at the wrong time. Since we do care about the animals on this show, it is important to note that Yellowstone Park officials have reported that they will take no, air quote, management action against the wild
No, the
wild
bison is just doing what bison
That's
do.
what Yellowstone is all about,
Right.
seeing them in their natural environment. And they tell the people, stay away from these animals.
Yeah.
And 30 yards or so taking pictures of an animal that is clearly in witness protection, it's going to trigger the animal to anger and rage. There's no doubt. That looked like it hurt. How high do you think he was in the air?
8 feet is what they reported.
Yeah, I heard that too.
So how quickly would you hop up if someone just dropped you from 8 feet? I'm not getting
Am
it.
I prepared?
I didn't see
for
him
it?
hop up.
I feel like if you're prepared for it, you can land gracefully.
He was not prepared.
He was not prepared though.
He was all splayed out in the air.
He was like doing cartwheels in the
It
air.
did not look comfortable.
No.
My grandfather raised bison, and he had a bull named Slick that was the size of that animal in that video. And he was terrifying.
Yeah.
And he charged me twice in my life. The first time there was a grapevine on the fence, and there were grapes on it, and I went to pick the grapes and apparently got too close, and he charged, and I think he knew the fence was there and he wasn't planning on getting me. He was just warning me to go away. And my heart stopped then. And then the other time we accidentally got into the same pasture with him. He got out of his pasture and he was in like this corral. At the end of the corral, there was a hen house, and we were working in the hen house. And he started charging for us. My grandfather ran into the hen house. I was so scared, I missed the door and ran around the side and to the back. And I heard it snorting and coming down that path, dust flying up in the air like you saw in the video. And I was screaming and clawing, trying to climb the back of it. I got splinters under my fingernails.
Oh.
And the only thing that really snapped me out of it was my grandfather was hollering my name, and I realized I wasn't in danger anymore.
Yeah.
Apparently, when I disappeared behind the shed, the hen house, he had enough. He gave up. Now, that bull in the video, he would have continued pursuit because the man ran into the woods.
Yeah.
He ran around the tree twice.
Yeah, he followed him through the woods.
Mhm.
But
I'm not
that
sure
is a
that
terrifying experience.
lying down and playing dead would not have worked there either.
Yeah. How do you, so, if like I've always heard you get approached by a bear in the woods, you make yourself look really big. Like
it depends on the bear.
Yeah. Don't ever climb a tree, but what do you do?
You do that with black bears.
Which are best?
I always do like Crocodile Dundee, and I do this and just stand there and look at it. And
it works.
And eventually they just either turn around or they lay down. There's always a didgeridoo playing in the background while I'm doing that, though. That's what's so interesting.
Oh, I don't like this. So obviously the best defense is avoidance.
Well, yeah.
Obviously. The only other really two things you can do during an encounter, hide behind solid cover, which that guy was trying to do, but
you're talking about with a bison.
Yeah, with a bison. Yeah. Or stand your ground by dropping to the ground and curling into a tight ball.
Yeah, you put your head down right as far as you can between your knees and you kiss your butt goodbye.
That's correct.
That's what you do.
Yeah.
That's just protecting your vital organs because you're going to get gored.
He's going to stomp you. And speaking of goring, this is not even something we talked about. Have y'all been keeping up with the running of the bulls? A lot of injuries going on in Spain. I don't know what those people are doing, but that is not a wise choice.
I'd like to see it. I don't want to run with them, but I'd like to be the ones up in the balcony looking down on it.
Yeah. No, I don't want to run from anything that outweighs me by that much.
Nope.
Not even a little bit.
That's angry.
No. I want to bring up a topic that I've seen in the news. So I picked up a paper copy of the St. Clair Times today. Believe it or not, it still exists. You can pick one up free at your local post office on Wednesdays if you would like one. But there was an article in there talking about how the Springville City Council had voted to put a moratorium, I think I'm saying that word correctly, on, wow, people are being loud out there, put a moratorium on data centers for 1 year in Springville. Leeds voted in the city council meeting a couple of weeks ago to put a moratorium.
Who's trying to build a data center in Leeds? Did they just do that for performance art, or?
There was rumor that there was a company looking to put a data center somewhere in Leeds.
Okay.
That came up in the, according to the reading I did about it, that came up in the chamber meeting.
Interesting.
Let's see if I can find that article.
This way you get the moratorium in place before it happens.
Sounds like that's what Springville did.
So City of Leeds said, I'll read directly from the article.
Maybe.
I can't find it where it said in here. Oh, here we go. Councillor Kerry Kennedy shared in his district report that the data centers are looking at building in Leeds, and he wanted to be proactive. According to Kennedy, communities that have allowed data centers in the past 5 years have lived to regret it. I don't know. I don't even know that I fully understand what a data center is. I'm guessing it's just a massive server farm.
It's a giant building with lots of power and cooling.
Okay. And it's storing data
that runs servers. And there's a couple of kinds. You can build one for a company like Google, Amazon, Facebook. They build their own data centers. And then they have co-location data centers where companies can rent out space inside of it so they don't have to provide power, cooling, rack space, et cetera.
So they're storing data that is in the quote unquote cloud?
It is their cloud.
That is the cloud. Okay.
Could be.
So why are communities, and I don't know the answer to this, why are communities, because that's two here. There's an article in the AL.com, I think, that I found, or maybe it was Channel 13 News had an article about that Birmingham is fighting against one they're building over near Oxmoor Road.
Yeah.
Why are people against them? What's the benefit for them? What's the pros and cons about them? I don't understand it.
So 7 major complaints against resource consumption. So lots of power and water. They use liquid or water cooling.
Okay.
So people are against them because they think they consume water, clean water. Really, on that side of things, it's a closed water system. So they have an amount of water, and then they just recycle it. It's not like they're just drawing water and making it dirty.
So they're worried about them using up the water resource and wells drying. That kind of
something
thing.
like that.
Okay.
A lot of worry around, like when say Buc-ee's came to Leeds, City of Leeds gave them a lot of sales tax concessions,
perks. Yeah.
A lot of worry around taxpayers footing the bill for some of this. Environmental concerns like air quality, because when they're building these things, I mean, they're pouring concrete, they're digging in the dirt, because
these places are not
they're
small.
Huge.
They're
huge.
Yeah.
I mean, think about Bass Pro Shops.
Mm-hmm. They're about that
it could
size.
be as big or bigger than that.
So it's like one of the big warehouses, like a GSA warehouse or something like that. Okay.
I mean, you could,
hundreds of thousands of square feet.
Yeah, and I mean any kind of size in between. I mean, they can be bigger than that. They can be small ones. I mean, it just all depends. RSA, the retirement system of Alabama, they have one that they built out that's actually really cool, but they built it out in one of the high rises in Montgomery, which I thought was pretty neat. It's up on like the 12th floor or something.
Yeah.
So, there you can do lots of different styles and flavors of them. Once they're up and running, noise pollution, a lot of cooling.
That's what the Humane Society is all tied
like
up in knots
fans,
about.
like fans running.
Yeah, you got a lot of condensers outside cooling, cooling water and air, and you got a lot of power generation equipment. Because the power company will deliver power, but then there's transformers, there's generators, so
it's like a buzzing kind of just a general buzzing noise. Okay, because that's what I kept reading in articles was people complaining. In fact, someone interrupted a meeting in Birmingham this week with a recording. They played it for the judge. It was a court trial, or I guess where they're deciding if they're going to move forward or whatever. But she interrupted it and played a recording of the noise so that the judge could hear it. And she got escorted out, of course. But,
of course. Don't bring
because the noise was so annoying.
I thought she was talking about construction noise, but you're saying once these places are built, there is a lot of noise that are associated with them.
Yeah. And apparently animals are particularly sensitive to it.
Okay.
That's what I read in AL.com was the Humane Society really going up against them because they're located in a close area to where we're planning to put the data center.
The Humane Society is over there in like an industrial park area.
Yeah. Maybe they picked the wrong place for their
maybe
location.
They did, but like there's a giant FedEx warehouse sorting center right near the Humane Society. I mean, it's that kind of industrial park. Lots of warehouses
already
over there.
A lot of noise over there anyway.
Hey, if you've ever been to the Humane Society where they have all these animals, it's pretty noisy there.
How about the noise the animals make?
Yeah.
How about that?
That bothers my ears.
Yeah.
And then there's power consumption because they eat up a lot of power. Are they worried about us having like rolling brownouts, blackouts?
I don't think so because, I mean, in our case, Alabama Power would have to provide power.
It's just something I have really seen that it is very, like, people are very much against it. And I didn't understand it. So that does help.
Property values. I mean, if you've got this big giant noise making machine, you bring your property values down. Last two real quick, few local benefits. So these data centers are very automated. So it's not like you staff 200 people in one. There might be 2 people there on any given day or something like that. And when they're commissioning them, it's a lot of outside people from these data center companies that come in. They travel around kind of like opening a restaurant. They go around and commission the data center, and it's not people from here. So you don't.
So what's the incentive for the city? I mean, these cities are trying to draw them in.
Taxes. They pay property taxes.
Okay.
They pay, depending on what they are, they'll pay sales taxes.
There's probably some bribe money too to the city. Like, hey, if you'll let us build here, we're going to fund a new park or we're going to fund new roadway.
Yeah.
You know, we'll put a big giant flag in your park.
Yep. The last one deals with that. It's there's not a whole lot of, I mean, city councils are just like, yeah, we want them in our city and not giving residents and the people a voice in them. So that's the kind of major reasons against them. I mean, reasons for them. in a residential area or place where people live and work, I'm not real sure there is any, because you're not creating a ton of jobs.
Yeah.
You are just loud, big, and noisy. I mean, I can understand that.
Is the need that there is just such a growing vast amount of data that's now being processed? They need more and more room.
Right now it's AI.
Okay.
It's AI requires so much electricity that existing data centers can't keep up with the demand. And so can't keep up with the power demand, but also when you're using the power, you're generating heat. So they can't keep up with the cooling demand.
Mm-hmm.
So they're building new data centers with more power, more cooling, bigger. It's all about AI right now.
So the biggest limitation of AI.
Yes.
So folks, if you'll just unplug the AI machines, this controversy goes away.
Yeah.
And while we're talking about the data centers, if any of you companies happen to be listening, Moody has not put a moratorium on it. And I have a 17-acre plot of land that I would gladly let you purchase at a very market value times. You know, there's going to be a multiplier, but call me, reach out to me. You can get my numbers from somewhere. I don't know. While we're talking about things going on in the local news that people are up in arms about, have y'all heard the discussions or the comments and the questions about what's going on in Talladega County where they are digging? I've heard patients talk about this. I've seen this in the news. So the Pell City Police Department is involved in Talladega County because some type of an investigation led them to Talladega County, and they now have excavators out there digging in the ground looking for something, but they're being very, very hush-hush about it. So I found an article. I had a patient bring it up to me, and we were talking about it over dinner the other night, which is an odd conversation to have. But the article says that the Pell City Police Department is entering into day 7 of an investigation in rural Talladega County that has involved multiple pieces of large excavation equipment and Jacksonville University's Center for Applied Forensics. The police chief, Justin Cooper, has acknowledged the department's official investigation, but details of the operation have not been disclosed. They're not giving any comments about it. They're not giving a lot of comments about the FBI being there on site as well. It's off of Wolf Pond Road, and the district attorney for the county, for St. Clair County, is not saying anything about it. No one is explaining what's going on.
Let's drive out there tomorrow.
This says they are digging down approximately 30 feet.
They're saying they can go all the way to the water table, and no one knows what they're looking for, but it's part of an investigation. There's some people that suspect they're looking for the remains of a murder that may or may not have taken place in 1992 of
30
Felicia
feet
Cochran.
down, though?
Yeah, who's going to bury a body 30 feet?
The article I read said that perhaps they think there may have been a well. And so somebody would have been dropped in a well, and so that's why they're going
the water
deep.
table.
Yeah. So no one knows, but it's a big discussion on both, like what's happening in this area on Facebook. It's something patients have been talking about. We've talked about at our house. It's like, what do you need that much equipment for?
Well, it's
just a weird thing.
If you're digging 30 feet,
I just want someone to tell me.
What's the story on the missing person?
So she disappeared in 1992, and they're thinking that perhaps the investigation it was a cold case, and that perhaps the investigation is looking for her. So it says that she was reported missing on June 11th in 1992. She's a 26-year-old. She was last seen leaving her mother's home at 6 p.m. She was driving an 87 Nissan Altima, which was found abandoned and burned in Talladega within 12 hours of her last sighting. But they don't know if that's what's going on. There's a lot of speculation about what is going on out there. It's just really...
I thought you were going to say she was last seen sitting on the edge of a well.
No, not at all.
So.
Her name was Felicia, so that may have been the origination of Bye Felicia. I'm not sure.
Could be. Always wondered where they came from.
That's potentially where it came from.
I don't remember them saying that in the 90s.
Well, it's
But,
had to
you know,
start somewhere.
I wasn't in Alabama in the 90s.
I wasn't either. But it's just weird that they're digging. And why are they being so?
Mhm.
I just want to know what's going on.
Yeah.
Just tell us it's a murder investigation, or we're looking for a dinosaur, or I don't know. Just give me something. Is it tremors? Are they trying to find those big things from the movie Tremors?
Could be the worms.
The worms,
Yeah.
yeah. I haven't seen. Oh, I can't think of the actor's name. It was going to be funny, but I can't think of his name.
Michael Gross.
Maybe on set or walking around.
Yeah.
But anyway, I just thought that
It's
was
been a long time since I've seen that movie.
Wow, I feel like I'm hogging the mic.
No. Keep going.
Can I have a discussion?
Some of our listeners really love that.
Mm-hmm.
You know who you are.
Budge. Oh, sorry. I found another article. This was the op-ed in the St. Clair Times today, and I took offense to it.
Was it
It's
written by this guy?
That is it.
Was it
That's
written
the
by this
guy
guy?
right there.
Oh,
Dr.
no.
Frank Buck.
That's the headshot he went with. It's a good choice.
Well,
If that's his best
It's his
picture,
best
I feel for
one.
him. So I don't even have to look at my phone because Patrick is such a gentleman and has it on the screen. The title is Early is on Time is Late. First of all, I take exception with that title.
I think you could learn something from that
If
title.
you are on time, you are neither early nor late. You're on time. You can't say early is on time because early is early and on time is I'm there on time.
I mean, on time is a like literal second in time.
Exactly.
Statistically,
If you
you're
say-
either early or late.
No, if you say be here at 8:00, I'm walking in at 8:05. That is late.
Yes.
But if I walk in the door as the clock strikes 8, I'm
Right.
on time.
But I'm saying that's pretty difficult to do in general.
Maybe for humans like you, for me, it's a piece of cake.
But-
I'm
but
just
the-
always late.
I think the philosophy is that whatever you're arriving at, most of these things require a little prep on site. Like this podcast, we don't walk in the door, sit down, hit record, and go.
We've never done that.
We have to talk about what we're going to do.
Not even tonight.
We have to have a little discussion about the order we're going to go in, things like that.
This whole article just got on my nerves a
Is
little
it
bit.
possible to write a self-help article anymore without the 80-20 principle being brought up?
It's brought up way too much. I
This
have to
guy's
admit.
talking about the Pareto principle.
Yeah, it's a little much.
About 80% of a salesperson's revenue often comes from 20% of customers.
And why is early easier? Early is harder. I have to get up earlier.
Well, he tells you, you beat the traffic.
I don't
Get your
have
pick
traffic.
of parking. It is easier.
I have a spot that's saved for me. I always have my pick of parking,
Why did
at least at work.
Dr. Buck feel the need to? Did he write this for the?
Yeah, it's for
St. Clair
the
Times.
I think it's through the Anniston Star, and they disseminate it out to the smaller newspapers that are.
You
still
guys
out
have
there.
heard this advice before.
Oh, I
Yeah.
have. Yeah, if
How's
you're
it
on
usually-
time, you're late, and if you're
5 minutes early is
is
10
over-
minutes late or
Something
something
like
like
that.
that.
Guys,
5
I'm doing
minutes early,
good to
10
show
minutes
up
late.
anywhere on time. I didn't even know we did stuff before communion here up until a couple of weeks ago when I happened to get here a few minutes earlier. I
Come
was
on.
shocked. No, I'm just kidding.
I was told one time that being late is rude
Well, perhaps it's rude, but
because you're making people wait on you.
but if y'all are offended, that's on you. That's not on me.
Are there are there like categories of this though? Because
don't know
if
if you
you're
can
late
hear
to
yourself.
church, you're not making anybody wait on you.
Right. It probably
Except
doesn't
maybe, except
apply.
maybe God, but you know.
But I mean, if I'm officiating a wedding ceremony, like my dad did a wedding over the weekend, if he had shown up 10 minutes late, that's a problem.
yeah,
That's
sure-
rude.
I'm sure that would be an example of rude.
Yeah.
But if let's say you're supposed to be at work at 8, if you roll in at 8:05, is it really a big deal?
do you have a patient waiting for you for an appointment at 8:00?
No, never. They have to come in, check in, get
In
back.
the waiting room.
It's a reception area.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Let's dig into this a little bit. Why are you late? because you know time. You tell time. Leave your family out of this.
I would never bring my family
when
into
it's
it.
just you.
And when it's just me,
you're still late.
I'm still a little late.
So there's something going on here.
It's probably
do you not? Is it the chit chat?
It's probably time maintenance. I don't chit chat. No, I don't think it's a chit chat.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Are you avoiding chit chat?
I definitely avoid chit chat.
If you walk in, services have already started.
If I get here early, I have to sit
chit-chat.
and have people pat me on the shoulder as they walk by, like at church.
Mm-hmm.
Or if I get to work early and I just sit there. It's like, what am I going to do now? I think it's a time issue. So I know this is hard to believe, but I have ADD. I don't know if you've ever noticed that about me, that I can't really be still and I fidget constantly and I don't pay attention.
Say anything.
Part of that is what's called time blindness, where you don't pay attention to time. I read that is a part of it, that it's like you've got other things that you're worried about and you don't even think about it. So I'll be at home getting ready.
You don't know what time it is.
And then I look at the clock and it's like, oh, I'm supposed to be there. That happens more often than not.
I'm constantly aware of the time.
See, I don't think about time. I
check
rarely
it
ever
all
think
the
about
time.
it.
Do you know what gets me at work is my calendar will pop up and say, you got a meeting in 15 minutes. And I'm like, great, I got 15 more minutes. And then I get back on the computer. And then all of a sudden I look up and it's 5 after. And I'm like, oh no, I'm late. And I have to walk in and be like, sorry, everyone.
Yeah, I do that all the time. But really in that first 5 minutes, have you ever missed anything earth shattering?
It depends on who's running the meeting.
No major problems are ever solved in the first 5 minutes of anything.
Yeah, but somebody's got to get through that 5 minutes for you.
Well, I know. I need them to get through the 5 minutes so that I can arrive. I think it is a problem of having worked for myself for so many years. Yeah. I do think that makes it easier because there's no accountability there. And I know for a fact that at 8:15, maybe if it's a quick visit at 8:10, they'll have somebody ready, but rarely is anyone going to be ready at 8. In the mornings, a lot of it is I like my sleep and I have a really hard time not hitting the snooze 6 to 7 times.
Yeah.
And I should just get up. And I tell myself this as I'm rushing to get ready. Why didn't I just get up at the first alarm?
The mornings for me are the worst.
I'm not a morning person. You know how you hear people say, I think I've heard you say this, I can't sleep past about 7 o'clock anymore. I just lay there wide awake. Well, I don't. If I don't set an alarm, I could go to noon. I could not wake up to
I don't lay there wide awake. I lay there hurting.
Yeah.
My body betrays me in my sleep. It's like sleep is something that's supposed to be good for you. Why does it hurt so bad? I don't know. While we're talking about psychology and mental problems, I found this article that explains a lot. I've noticed through the years, as I preach and teach on the Bible's teaching about happiness and what really makes you happy. And in this podcast, there have been so many times where we say the old adage, the life is in the journey. It's in the journey, not the destination. Mm-hmm. Enjoy the ride, however you want to put it. Well, here's the science behind it. The article says, according to neuroscience, achieving your biggest goal will cause your deepest depression, and your brain is designed to do this on purpose. Reaching your biggest goal can sometimes leave you feeling strangely empty, not because your brain wants to hurt you, but because it is built to chase progress more than it is built to stay satisfied forever. Unlike the fantasy that success creates permanent happiness, neuroscience and psychology show that the emotional high often fades faster than people expect. Research suggests the brain's reward system responds strongly to anticipation, surprise, and progress. That sentence really stuck out to me because that's true. Anticipation, that's where the fun is. Surprise, that's where the excitement is. And progress, that's where the satisfaction is.
Just describes social media.
Well, yeah, maybe.
Those are the things they prey on.
That's what they know the science.
They're driving.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Once the goal is reached, the chase ends, the reward signal drops, and the mind starts adjusting to the new normal. This is one reason some people feel flat, lost, or even depressed after a major win. I remember I bring this up a lot because I just think it's a great example. When Moby won a Grammy, he said he went up to his room and he thought about jumping out the window. The guy won the highest honor in pop music.
Nothing left to do.
He reached the pinnacle.
Yeah, and it didn't feel like he thought it would feel when he was working toward it. It didn't feel as good as the work toward it. The journey was better, and that's the way we built. So why this happens? Reward prediction, dopamine, which people talk about all the time nowadays, is tied strongly to expectation and progress, not endless satisfaction. I think, Jason, you've read a book on dopamine. I think people get dopamine mixed up, and they think dopamine, they call it the pleasure chemical, but it's the anticipation chemical, right?
Yeah, it's just building up the energy to keep going forward.
Yeah.
You like this. It's a reward chemical. I mean, it is a reward
It tells
chemical.
you this is going to be great. You're going to like this. Get excited about this. And that's why I have to, in my condition with Parkinson's, I have to watch out for apathy, because that you look at symptoms for Parkinson's disease and you expect to see tremors and posture problems and movement disorders. And then you see apathy on there. But that's because of the dopamine depletion. And then hedonic adaptation, I guess it comes from the word for pleasure. People quickly adjust to positive life changes, so the emotional high fades. That's the new car thing.
That's right.
Buy a new car, the first day it's great, second day it's just another car.
Fades with the new car smell.
Yeah.
It does.
And then impact bias. We often overestimate how happy a big achievement will make us for how long. So the crash after success is real. It's not weakness. It's not proof that the goal meant nothing. It's often the brain recalibrating after a long period of striving. So enjoy the ride.
Yeah.
Don't set goals.
Don't set goals.
No, I'm just kidding. Goals?
Make your goals a part of a larger thing.
That's right.
And know that you're never going to find full happiness outside of God.
That is true.
The only thing that's really going to satisfy you.
Who said something about it's not the destination, it's the journey?
I think it's just kind of
that's a quote, right, that
ether now. Yeah, we've said that before on here. That's the science behind it. I found it interesting.
Do y'all like it when the time changes?
It depends on which season we're in.
We spring forward.
That's
and
the
then
worst time change.
Then we fall backwards.
Don't mind that at all.
Well, guys, have you seen that the House has finally, I think it was 300 and something to 100 and something, they have passed a resolution to stop the flip-flopping. But I believe they're staying on daylight savings time. Yeah. Is that the fall or is that the spring?
Daylight savings is summertime.
That's the one we're not a big fan of, right?
Well, hold on. Standard time is the winter time.
Yeah.
And opponents to this say is natural time.
Yeah.
I think we like the light in the afternoon, not in the morning. And when you're flipping all over the place,
it throws you off.
In the fall now, is the sun going to go down at 4 p.m.?
If it stays, it'll be dark at 8 a.m. Right? Is that right?
Yeah. There's something about.
So why is this so hard for me to
hang on? Let me
because we've been dealing in this awful flip-flopping for years, and I can't remember what's
spring forward, you push your daylight earlier.
Yes.
Which means you push your sunset earlier.
Mm-hmm.
And then if it stays there, then it's going to get dark earlier in the fall.
Yeah.
Maybe you're right. And light in the morning.
Sunset's going to be like 4 p.m.
So opponents say things like, if we stay on summertime, then in the winter, the sun will rise at like 8 or 9 a.m. depending on where you are in the is latitude up and down in the latitudes. So the higher up you go, the later the sun will rise. Mm-hmm. And then of course, you're leaving the sun in the afternoon.
So when we hit November or whenever the time's supposed to change, if it doesn't change, are we staying on this time that we're on now? Or does it change one last time? That's what I'm confused about.
I think we stay on this time. I feel like you and I are saying opposite things.
Because right now it's dark and it's sunsets at like 7:45, 8 o'clock here. I mean, it's still light.
Right,
Light
so
enough
if
at
we
8 o'clock.
stay this time,
Then
when sunset in
it should be
November,
later in the. It should be later in the day than it
you
is.
think it'll
during-
be?
I think.
So
We'll have more.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
8
because when
o'clock
it
will become
changes-
7 o'clock. Because fall back.
So here
8 o'clock goes to 7 o'clock.
If we stay,
Yeah.
if we stay on
Okay, yeah.
summertime
I've been
in
wrong.
Virginia, which is a higher latitude than here, the latest sunrise. So I think it's the winter solstice
Mhm.
is about 8:40 a.m.,
Okay.
which is pretty late for the sun to come up. That
Yeah.
means everyone's
I'm
going
going to
to
be real late.
everyone's going to work in the dark, etc. Now contrast that with in the winter solstice. Now everyone goes home in the winter in the dark.
Oh, it's dark at 4:45.
Yeah, which is depressing.
I
It
totally
is.
agree. I need more time in the evening to
Yeah.
have sunlight than the morning.
And then the earliest sunset in Virginia, if we stay on summertime, is about 6:15 p.m.
Okay.
That's not bad.
So, but does that mean you're getting to work? Basically, I mean, you're going to be going to work in the dark versus.
But that makes
going
you
home in the
feel
dark.
productive.
Maybe.
I mean, you're like, hey, I beat
I'm
the
up
sun.
early. Yeah.
I'm up before the sun.
yeah.
I think it's going to work out great, but it'll never pass the Senate. So
But
why are we
we-
even talking about it?
We will. The question is, will we ever get the hour back that we lost when we sprang forward?
I think it's gone.
If they set us here and leave us,
There'll be a missing hour for the rest of our lives.
yeah.
What drives me crazy in these conversations, I've been hearing people talk about it, and
I
they'll
shouldn't
say,
have wasted it.
we'll get more sunlight. You're
Yeah.
going to have the same.
You don't get more sunlight.
You don't gain any more light.
but
You're just
you're out-
shifting numbers around on a
But you
clock.
gain access to the sun because more people are going to be out in the evening than they are in the
Okay.
morning.
Here's what
you
I
can
here-
access it.
Here's what I
the
was looking
same.
for. In
Not with my snooze
in
button
Atlanta,
habit.
so same as us.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Now this is Eastern time, but just
Yeah.
in Atlanta, the sunrise on December 1st of this year would be at 8:25 a.m.
So 7:25 here.
It's
That's
late.
not bad.
Well,
It's
no,
late.
no, not 7:25 here, because the sun still has another hour to it's still got to come
Yeah,
to
but
us.
it's going to be pretty close.
Well, still better every spring.
Like you said.
It's depressing.
I mean,
And getting up at 2 a.m. to adjust my clocks is just getting old.
it is exhausting. And it might go through if the same party held the presidency, the House, and the Senate, but that's not happened.
In the Supreme Court.
And the Supreme, I don't, so it's probably never going to go through because, I mean, that's not happened.
No. It was a bipartisan vote in the House.
It was, yeah.
I mean, the only one in this session.
Yeah. They actually
Or
did not
maybe
vote
this
party
decade.
lines. Yeah.
So
That'll be
it's a
interesting.
popular idea in the House. We played a clip from Tom Cotton, who he's an Arkansas senator, I think, who was very passionate about leaving this alone. So he's going to have some words, I'm sure, of wisdom.
Have y'all been keeping up with World Cup at all?
Yeah, I've watched a few games.
So we're down to the final, Argentina, Spain, which should be an interesting game. I don't even know when they play it. Is that this weekend or later this week? I don't know.
I'll look it up.
But have y'all noticed after the games, the players, for some reason, they start undressing on the field?
Sunday.
It's Sunday. I don't know if y'all have noticed this. It's
It's
one
a
of
cultural thing. It goes back to Pele.
It's one
Remember
of the
Pele?
Yeah, but it's one of the few sports
sure.
where the players just start taking off their clothes on the field. So
Yeah.
all the players are pulling off their shirts. And I have felt some camaraderie. I felt a little manlier because these athletes, world-class athletes like me, are wearing a man bra. And I think I don't know that they're doing it for support like I do.
You wear a bro?
Don't we all?
No.
No? Well, maybe.
A man's ear?
A man's ear. Yeah. No, I really don't, as you can tell.
Okay.
If you see the camera, you can tell. It's like this right now, pointing different directions. Anyway, so
quit drawing people's eyes.
my eyes are up here, people. The players are wearing these, they look like sports bras underneath the uniforms. And I got online. I was like, why are they wearing them? I just had to know, is it to keep the jersey from rubbing them? I mean,
sure, you were wondering.
You don't want to go
why. You
don't
weren't
want to go
looking where you
band-aids.
could order them.
I may have been looking where you can order them and if they come in gray. But anyway.
Gray.
Gray. Yeah, that's my color. They are actually housing GPS units and they're holding them to their bodies so that they can track like their speed, they can track their location. So like if there's an offsides call, they can pull it up and see. They use it for training. I think it keeps up with some of their biometrics and it's just kind of interesting.
They don't stop the game to do a review based on these GPSs.
They have had some replay involved in this World Cup.
Drew, you sweet summer child.
What? The one thing that
soccer has so much technology in it these days.
One thing I notice is they don't have the technology to stop the clock when everything.
That's correct. They don't.
I don't understand.
And the clock counts up.
Yes.
Why doesn't it count down?
I don't understand
because you can add time.
You know, in all other sports, you get in trouble for celebrating in the end zone.
Yeah.
In soccer, the whole stand's clear. The field is covered with fans and coaches and players.
And they take off their shirt,
kissing each other and disrobing. And then the clock is running through the whole thing.
Yeah. They never stop.
And the officials, well, they know what time it is, but they're not going to put it up on the TV screen.
Nor are they going to tell you.
Know. So the official answer to this, because I had to look this up, official answer to this is they say it preserves the natural momentum of the game.
Well, that's one thing I like is the momentum of soccer.
It is constant action.
I like the constant action.
Yes.
But I want to know how much time is left in the game.
Well, it's a 90, the clock will count for 90 minutes, 15 minute, I think, or whatever
it's never 90 minutes.
Correct. And it'll never be 90 minutes as long as there are stoppages.
But there's not a stoppage. Because they don't stop the clock. It's a stoppage of play.
Stoppage of play.
But that little guy on the field has got his watch on his arm. Because he's like on time electric. He wears tiny watches, clocks on his arm.
He does. The thing that I hate the most about soccer, and it's my favorite sport to watch live, is the players flopping, right?
Oh, there's a lot of that.
And they do it though, I mean, partly to draw the foul or whatever, but sometimes they do it to create a break because there's no timeouts.
Oh no.
The substitutions, I mean, once you're subbed, you're done.
And I think there's only 3 substitutions per side,
something like that. So it's basically they are running a marathon every game, essentially.
Yeah. Sprinting.
Yeah.
That is fascinating how they can just keep running. I've enjoyed watching. I wish there were more points.
Yeah,
I know I sound like an idiot
very
here,
low scoring.
But I
maybe that's why they
score
celebrate
more than 2 points in a game.
Know, if a basketball game ended 3-2, they would celebrate those points a lot more.
Right?
You think about it,
They do officially call them vests.
Oh, that's not what they look like.
They call the bras. Yeah, vests.
I've seen a vest. Okay. Tom Greenway sports one during
vests
the winter.
Go on the outside of your clothes.
They do, and they have buttons.
Yeah.
Interesting.
They do, Drew, use a ton of technology these days in soccer. For example, I can't remember the game. It was the U.S. game. Who were they playing?
Belgium.
I just went Belgium, and someone one of the biggest like misunderstood rule is offsides. And
I have no idea what that means.
Not many people, nobody does, right? I mean, it's just the joke, but they did a replay of, they call it a VAR, some kind of like video something review.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll see the ref on the field like make this motion, and that he's going to watch the instant replay. But because they have these position trackers and all these cameras, they got somebody offsides by like half of their foot. So it was maybe 4 to 6 inches. They were offsides and the goal disallowed because a player was offside. It's crazy they get that specific because it also overturned, a ruling on the field at the time. And, we deal with instant replays in football and baseball now.
Yep.
It's just, I don't know. It takes a little joy out of it for me.
Yeah.
And it takes the argument out because you can't have them just because they can go and say, well, look, he was
takes the
obviously
heat off
out.
the officials.
Right. It does. But anyway, World Cup coming to an end soon. It's Argentina
been great having it in the States.
Messi, will Messi end up winning again? That'd be back-to-back years for Argentina, which
As a legend.
would be impressive. Drew, you're a word guy. What does the word sentient mean?
It means aware.
Yeah. Your ability to feel or to perceive, right? To experience sensations.
It's like self-awareness, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I saw an article this is actually from Fox 6 News. I'll just read the title. The court recognizes 2 goldfish at a sushi restaurant are sentient beings with rights and orders their removals.
Where's the court?
Now, this did not happen here, but this was in Argentina, the soccer capital of the world. Recognized 2 goldfish as being sentient beings that had rights, and that decision led to their transfer from a little measly 10-gallon glass display case at a sushi restaurant to a 660-gallon fish tank at someone's house.
This is absurd.
It happened in
So they
Buenos Aires.
legally stole these fish.
They basically stole the fish. And
what are the characteristics of sentient beings they possessed? I mean, what were the marks?
I have read this article and I don't
Were they
really
speaking?
understand.
Were they doing math problems?
It was a nonprofit called Empty Cages that thought that the restaurant tank was not suitable.
Well,
and it filed a complaint.
In the name of their group, they give you their goal.
The empty
to
cage.
empty all the cages.
What if that was not just a regular fish tank? What if that was the sushi restaurant's version of the lobster tank? I mean, they just basically gave those 2 a reprieve on their life sentence.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, they go around and clean out people's fish tanks?
Those could have been the next California rolls to come out.
Yeah.
Could have been. Now, can we, the group is called Empty Cages.
Empty Cages. That's not a cage.
That's not a cage. That's a tank. Isn't there a distinction between the two? Why are they allowed to operate on tanks?
In Argentina?
In Argentina.
I didn't think they had these problems. This sounded like an American story.
It really does. And I was shocked number one, that WBRC picked it up.
Yeah.
I thought that was weird.
That's our local news channel here.
And this is recent. This is from this week, yesterday. But a court in Argentina has said these goldfish are sentient beings with rights. They have the ability to perceive and to feel.
Are these the big koi? I would imagine.
The picture looks like bigger goldfish, but they can't be that big. It's a 10-gallon. A 10-gallon's not a big tank.
Aren't goldfish the kind of fish that grow to fit their tank?
I thought they were.
So like a Petco goldfish is, I don't know, this big because it's kept in this big of a tank, but you put it in a big tank and it gets
really big.
Really big, yeah.
I think if this group was true to their name, they would have just dropped the goldfish on the floor. They'd be free.
Yeah.
Or put them in the ocean. Why would you transfer them to some rich dude?
It's still in a cage.
660-gallon tank sounds like a big tank to me.
At someone's house.
It's probably like
Why don't they ask the sentient goldfish what they would like?
Guys, they have a name. They have names.
The goldfish do?
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't seen this.
I'm going to butcher them, but Fede, Fede, and Magui, Magui.
Hey,
Magui. We got to get out of here.
What we're going to do is we're going to tell him. I'm just kidding.
Is that an Argentine?
Yeah, it's Argentine, I guess.
Argentine accent.
Is this kind of like Finding Nemo, where he gets put in the dentist
it may
tank,
be.
and he planned? Do
Well,
you think they
Nemo was
planned in
sentient.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean that
Shark bait. Ooh ha ha.
yeah. Bubbles.
that's a crazy story.
It's a
Can't-
dumb story.
Can't be
It is
true.
just a very, very dumb story.
Well, how about a little national anthem news?
Did someone do a good job, or
The-
is this Chris
the
Stapleton
national
national anthem?
I'm not sure.
Or
it's
is
always
this-
an opportunity for things to go really well.
Who
It
did
is.
the really
Or
bad
really
version
poorly.
of it that time? Was that Rosie O'Donnell that did an awful job? of it?
Yes.
Yeah.
On
In
purpose.
what? Where?
It was some kind
Long
of
ages ago.
Yeah, this has been. You were like in grade school.
Yeah,
She made lewd gestures.
it was
of
awful.
course she did.
But
I think she said bunch of bombs in the air for one of
it
the
was.
lines.
She didn't know the words, so I'm hoping this is better. Who is this?
Looks like Patty Labelle performed the national anthem
Patty
at the
LaBelle.
MLB All Star game.
Oh, that was last night.
last
American
night.
League.
Can you see by the dawn's
It's not too bad.
early light
She's like 900 years
what
old.
proudly we hailed at the twilight's
Maybe-
last gleam.
I'm just hoping to hear she gets the words right.
Broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight.
She's 82.
Ramparts we watched were so gallantly streamed, and the rockets twinkling above her singing came through the night.
I mean, it's all right.
It's an 82-year-old woman. This
Yeah,
I heard there were bad reviews about this looking online, and
That star-spangled
and she looks great. You go, Patty. Uh-oh. And she knew not to hit the high note.
And the home
Uh-oh.
she didn't get Brave out, did she?
I don't think that was all
I didn't
that
think
bad.
it was that bad. I've heard worse, much worse.
Yeah,
It
I
wasn't
don't think
Chris
I've heard
Stapleton.
better from an 82-year-old.
No.
I thought that. I mean,
Not since Liesl Evans.
Yeah, I was gonna say he could have killed it.
He could hit that note at 82.
the comment sections
Perfect
on
pitch,
like
Drew.
the on some of the YouTube videos was, things like that may be an all-time worst. Anyone that
No.
thought that sounded good needs to see a doctor for their hearing.
I felt like she stripped it down a little bit.
Yeah.
She took some notes down instead of going up.
Yeah,
But I've
She
heard it
put
butchered
a little
worse than
soul
that.
in it.
There was
You
a
know,
little
but-
bit, but I mean, it's Patty LaBelle.
In that backbeat.
I don't think
I
it
thought
was
it
that
pretty
bad.
good.
Fine.
I thought that was
it was
pretty good.
fine.
That was not bad.
She's a legend. She's a national treasure. You see somebody out there doing that she
Yeah.
looked great.
I've never sung that song.
Get off her back,
Yeah.
internet.
I have never sung that song live in front of a crowd, but I hear from a local musician, Mr. Garner, that is a very
Oh,
hard
you did.
song to sing. And
You need to stop.
well, I just heard that
It's
it was
not-
a hard song to sing. That's all I'm saying. And she did a really good job.
All right.
I'm not sure
So
I'm
let's-
following.
Well, it's a story we can't tell. So shouldn't
Right.
have been brought up.
We'll tell it off air.
Yeah.
Is there a story? I
No.
heard him sing it, and he did a good job, and he told me it was a hard song. I'm
Okay.
shocked by your reaction.
Every time we talk about the national anthem, I keep saying maybe we should do this for Super Bowl 20 in 2027.
Yeah.
Our
renditions?
favorite
Yeah.
rendition of the national anthem.
Hmm.
I
I usually forget them the minute they're over.
and maybe the worst ones.
That would be interesting.
I'll try
That would be
I'll
fun.
try to remember that.
Yeah,
when-
that would
when
be fun.
January comes around. Is it in January this year?
January or February. I'll
Yeah.
remember to
All right.
remind you.
All right.
With our powers combined, we're Captain Planet.
We are, and we'll build a data center.
Yes.
I wanted to run something by you, a puzzling passage of scripture that I pondered my whole life. The story of Moses after the golden calf. Moses is despondent and he asks God, I want to see your glory. And the Lord told him this, there's a place by me where you shall stand on the rock, and while my glory passes by, I will put you in a cleft of the rock, and I will cover you with my hand until I have passed by. Then I will take away my hand, and you shall see my back, but my face shall not be seen.
What was the scripture on that?
Exodus 33, 21 through 23. So I've always imagined him hiding Moses in the cleft of the rock, and then Moses passing by, and then Moses sees a man's back. But I ran across a different interpretation today that I think makes a whole lot more sense. The wording there could mean after effects. So if you just take out the word back, and he says, then I will take away my hand and you shall see the after effects, but my face shall not be seen. That would make more sense to me.
Is that like the
Okay.
after effects of God being there?
Yeah. Another translation was afterglow. Apparently, a lot of people have interpreted it this way, and I just stumbled on it and then started looking at different books and found it all over the place.
Yeah.
When Moses came out of the tent of meeting, his face was glowing.
Hmm.
When God represented himself, he was a pillar of fire at night, pillar of cloud by day. There was a cloud of glory that would come down on the tabernacle. So there were all these manifestations that weren't humanoid, really, for lack of a better term, that were more suitable to a spirit like God than a human figure. Now, that being said, you can go back to Jacob and what was going on when he was wrestling
Mm-hmm.
that supernatural being that could have been God in some bodily form. That's not his true essence. And that may be what's going on here. But I like the idea. I was talking to the kids I was teaching in class tonight about it because we were studying this passage. And I said, it's like a boat going through the water. And maybe he's talking about the wake that God left.
How does it align, though, the idea of the after effect or the wake
Mm-hmm.
with the passage in 1 Kings where he's talking to Elijah and, there's the great powerful wind. It tears the mountain apart. It shatters the rocks, but the Lord was not there. There's a great wind and an earthquake, and the Lord was not in the earthquake, and a fire, but he was not in the fire. And then he was in just a gentle whisper.
Mm-hmm.
You think
That's the communication
Yeah.
Elijah needed at that time,
Yeah,
and this is
maybe
the communication
yeah.
Moses needed.
it's just interesting thinking of him presenting himself in different ways. Now that was the voice that, God was in the whisper, the voice, but it's still interesting to think of him presenting himself in such different ways to different people. Because I think if God comes by, like I'm picturing everything on earth, the creation, maybe not literally, but figuratively bowing down to him as he comes by, right?
Mhm.
I mean, I think of him walking through the garden
Mhm.
and in Genesis when it says, as he was walking through the garden, and I don't know if that was literally walking or figuratively walking, but he's walking through. I like to think of it as he was communicating with Adam and Eve and he was present with them there in the garden. How the earth and how the creation reacted to his presence. I mean, you think of the things that he could do with the word. I mean, just the power of it. But then you read that in 1 Kings and it's like, he was in none of those super strong events. He was there in a whisper. He was there in the quiet. And it's such a contrast between those images.
And
It's just
then
weird.
on Sinai, he was in the thunder and the lightning.
Yeah.
So,
And was shaking the mountain. I mean, it's just,
and then there's one occasion that might have been, I may be thinking about when Jesus was speaking with Paul. Paul heard Jesus, but the men who were with him,
heard a thundering noise. I think
they just heard thunder. They didn't hear. So he obviously shifts depending on the need for the time.
Yeah.
And none of these things is his true essence.
But
God is spirit.
But it
John
does
4:24.
It does make more sense for it to be him saying, "Look at my after effect," than the back of. I mean, what does a spiritual being
have a back?
Yeah, and what is that? I mean,
one of the kids
does
tonight
make more
said,
sense to think of it that way.
Did he see like white hair? You know, he was thinking about the back of his head, and I was saying, well, I really not sure that he saw a man's back. It could have been.
I mean, it could have been the pillar,
afterglow,
like you said,
whatever.
like a pillar of fire. It could have been a pillar of cloud, or
I like this line. It describes it as the residue of the glory that has already moved past, not the blazing frontal reality itself.
Yeah. Who said that?
AI.
No.
Yeah.
They stole it from somebody.
They probably
that
did.
can't be just.
But I kind of like that. It's like
That's a pretty good.
It's like a residue that's
like
left
it.
over after something moves through. I mean, you think about
residue of glory.
Yeah.
Well, it
Well, it's
goes
almost
back to
like
the glow on Moses' face. That's what that was.
He had to cover it with a veil. I mean, it was that.
Did I technically write that? Man, I'm good.
You are brilliant.
Wow.
Yeah, I guess if you
we knew
used
that.
AI to do it, then you are the
do
author.
I take credit of that?
You should.
I'm copywriting this right now.
That's
You
what
should.
college kids think.
Yeah.
And high school kids.
That is a cool passage, though.
Yeah.
I like
It's one
the
of
thought
those
of him
mysterious things.
covering,
What's
him protecting Moses by just covering him with his hand. That's a really cool image.
And you know, when people ask me, why are your stories so weird? Like, look at the book I've been reading my whole life.
Yeah.
The Old Testament and the New Testament. The Old Testament is full of these really mysterious, transcendent moments.
Because it can't really be a non-literal back and a literal hand. So what did it even mean that he was covered by the hand of God?
What's like the Hebrew? Is this Hebrew word used there that was translated back? Do we know? Do you know?
No,
I mean, we know. Do
look it up.
you know?
I didn't look it up.
I just wonder why they translated it back then.
Yeah. Well, I think every translation has back. I've never heard this till this afternoon. So anyway,
well, if
I
he's
just
got-
wanted to know what y'all thought about that.
If he's got a face that you can't see,
Mhm.
and he's got a hand that he can cover you with, I mean, maybe it stands that he has a back of some kind, you know, that you.
Mhm.
could
Well, and
look
then
at.
John says, John 1:18, no one has seen God at any time. So whatever he saw, he did not see the essence of God. There are other visions of God and things here and there.
So-
through scripture.
My back, according to Strong's, is the hinder part, behind, backward, or the west. That's
the West.
The west, in capital W, west. So the cardinal direction, west.
I could see how that could metaphorically stretch to After Effects,
Mhm.
wake, whatever. Residue of glory.
I kind of like. I think of all the things we talked about, the wake.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, you've got the boat that clearly moved through and disturbed whatever you know the water,
Well,
whatever
and-
was moving through.
And even taking that, because we like to do this here, a step farther, you know, they said that pilots during World War II could track ships at night because the wake not just disturbed the water, but disturbed plankton.
Yeah, it was turning up like the bioluminescence.
That's right.
Yeah.
And it would glow, and it was like the glowing path to where the ship was. It's how
Right.
you could
Oh,
find it.
that's cool.
And that's to me, that's a cool way to think about it, at least.
Mm.
Really cool way to I'd never heard it put that way. I like that.
Well,
Yep.
y'all ready for a break?
Let's take a break.
Let's take a break. Be right back with our passage.
I've never been one to enjoy persecution. Get on your horse and stop the revolution. You know you have been so hard to ignore. 'Cause the devil's at my door and he's knocking more and more. Oh, mama, I know you're trying to get to me. And you like it when you break me down and get the best of me. Oh, yeah.
Welcome back. It's time for our passage. This is a passage from Justin Welsh. Honestly, I don't know much about him, but I like the passage, so we're going to read it. Modern luxury is the ability to think clearly, sleep deeply, move slowly, and live quietly in a world designed to prevent all four. I really liked that a lot. I would like to think that sometimes I think clearly. I rarely ever sleep deeply. I don't really move slowly either, but I do try to live quietly. But I like the fact that those are all in contrast of what the world wants. And I think that's true. You know, the world is trying to create chaos. It is all about action and movement and just activity. I mean, you think about social media, you think about FOMO, you think about all the stuff, the entertainment we have, the fast food places, the quick trip stores, the convenience stores. Everything's made to be fast and short, and there's not a lot of time to just slow down, think clearly, move slowly, and live quietly. So I like that contrast. I thought it was a little different than some of the ones we've talked about on the podcast in the past.
But in the words of Michael Jackson, I guess, we are the world. And I think I look at this and I wonder, when people see those four things, think clearly, sleep deeply, move slowly, live quietly, they don't want that. And that is why the world is designed to prevent those four things. So I like this because it's an instructive quotation.
Mm-hmm.
He's telling us this is luxury.
Yeah.
High-speed internet is not luxury. Convenience stores, not luxury. Whatever else, this fast-paced world, that's not luxury. What's luxury is something that a lot of young people have never tried before, which is to think clearly, meaning without screens in front of you. And I have to say screens in the plural because these days the problem is not one screen.
No.
It's two or three at a time to sleep
I mean,
deeply.
We've
then
got
we'll
6
stay
or
up all
7
night.
screens just in this room.
Yeah.
Takes a lot to produce this show.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, Drew. I
This
didn't
This
mean to
type
interrupt
of
you.
world, this is
quality, this type of
nationwide.
quality
Yeah.
doesn't happen
What are
without.
you talking about? I mean, sleep deeply.
Yeah.
Kids, just look at the stats on sleep deprivation in teenagers and young adults. Move slowly. Who wants to move slowly? Fast pace, keep it going, no boredom. Boredom is wrong. Live quietly, funny. So you first of all, you've got to buy what this guy's selling, which is a total reversal of what most people think. Modern luxury are these things. And the world, well, that's us. We're doing this to ourselves. We're the reason these are addictive. I mean, these are designed for us to
Yeah.
hook us.
And
if we really like to be slow, well, these things would move slow.
well, and I was going to say, nobody's forcing anybody to look at that thing all the time.
Right.
I mean, yeah, you could claim they're forcing you to because it's addictive and it's designed to get you to. But you put that thing down and go sit on a park bench and just be bored. that's kind of what he's getting at is that's the
It
luxury.
sounds luxurious.
Because that to me sounds like freedom.
Yes. So I am leaving, let's see, this will drop Friday. So a few days after this drops, I will be on vacation.
Lucky.
One of my favorite things on our vacations is we have zero agenda. We have nothing to do. I will take about 4 books, a chair, an umbrella, a swimsuit, and some comfortable clothes, and I will move.
You might or might not wear the swimsuit.
I might or might not, but I will move from.
One of those soccer bras.
I need one of those, actually. Might keep me from getting. I had weird tan lines though. It messes up the tan lines. But I will sit and read either in a chair in the house, on the porch, or on the beach for about 7 days straight. 6 days, 7 nights, and just relax.
And you'll feel better.
I may have some music playing, so I may have a digital device playing a little bit of music, but I'm going to totally relax. I'm unplugging from the chaos of life for 6 or 7 days. And what's cool is this year, and Cassie, we were talking about it at dinner tonight. This is the first time in 20 years and we go to the same place every year. The first time in 20 years of going on this trip, I'm not scrambling to get all these type of business related things together. Like when Thursday ends, I don't have to go up to the office Friday and Saturday and pile a lot of stuff together to try to get ready for this trip while packing. I walk out the door and I don't necessarily have to think about work for 10 days. And that is just the ability to find that type of peace is the most luxurious thing I can think of right now. I mean, it's just, I'm so excited about it. Why do we, you keep saying we, but I don't think we in this room represent the world very well. The world proper. Now, we are the world. We are the people. I get that.
Yeah.
But I think if you were to take what the world is considered in general and you compare it to the lives of the three of us, we don't fit.
Dinosaurs.
We don't, we're not extinct yet, but we don't fit that. I think we live a little bit closer to the think clearly, sleep deeply, move slowly, and live quietly than the quote unquote world does.
Well,
I feel like
I've had to
do.
make some adjustments. I mean, I made the decision not to turn news or not to go to social media in the mornings at all. So I just recently did that out of frustrations over current events and the way everybody lies, and it's just frustrating. I was starting out with 3 cups of black coffee and the news in the mornings, and I was, revved up.
You were ready.
By the time I got to work, I was ready to cut somebody's head off, and what's wrong with me?
Yeah.
I found this, and this ties in perfectly with what Welsh is saying here. I've kept this near me on my phone. These are, somebody said, a neuroscientist said, this is how I healed my brain. Delete TikTok, watch old movies, embrace boredom, quit doom scrolling, eat without stimulation, hang out in bookshops, slow your mornings down, walk without headphones, start believing in yourself, create phone boundaries, stare out the window, visualize your future, learn new skills, seek discomfort, experience life.
I like
That's
all
a
but
long
one.
list.
I like all but one of those.
Which one do you not like?
I don't like the walk without headphones. I like my music playing.
Well,
And
everybody's
I'm
got to
not-
have something.
I'm not necessarily listening to lyrical music, but I like having some type of calm classical music playing.
Sometimes your brain is the loudest when it's quiet externally. So having a little background noise gives your gives you a way to have a break.
This is what worked for him.
But pretty much every other thing on that list, I think, is a good. I like to just find times to be bored.
Yeah.
I liked it.
Yeah, that's a very important thing.
Non-stimulated, not being stimulated while eating, I thought was really good. Because how many times do you sit there eat and you're looking at
scrolling,
you're looking at the phone, or you're watching TV?
You're not even tasting what you're
no,
you're not experiencing it. This watch old movies thing has been something I've done subconsciously. I know now why I enjoy old movies. First of all, they're better. The stories are better, and the acting is usually better. But I think what really attracts me to it is it's a stress reliever. The Everything is slower, it's quieter. The production is stark, and I don't know, just having one on in the background, even if I'm not watching it, it calms me down.
I've heard some advice, not saying I took it or agree or disagree, just heard some advice that fits in with this of, make your kids, if your kids are iPad kids or otherwise addicted to a screen, make them sit and watch a movie, something longer form
Mm-hmm.
instead of the 7-second, doom
Yes,
scroll.
that's really bad
And
for you.
I mean, you could talk about old movies, new movies, but if from that perspective, you're helping them in a way. I mean, read a book's probably better, but you're helping them in a way remember something from beginning to end, because when you get to the end, you got to remember the beginning, or you don't understand the story
Mhm.
or the plot or whatever.
And that
very-
slows your brain down.
Yeah, right. Very similar to read a book, because I mean, if it's I don't know, average book's what, 250 pages, 300 pages, something like that,
Mhm.
maybe. I mean, by the time you get to the 250th page, which might be several days later, how slow or fast you read, if you can't remember 250 pages before, you're going to be real lost, and that probably says something about the way your brain is currently wired.
Yeah. I don't know. It's good. What is doom scrolling? You said it in that reading. You just said it a minute. What does doom
You
scrolling
just sit
mean?
there and just scroll,
Why is it called doom scrolling?
because
Just
you'll never stop.
okay.
'Cause
I
it's
get that.
bad for you.
It's what I
Yeah.
call the YouTube rabbit hole, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you think about TikTok or Instagram or one of those that's designed to just,
Yeah.
7-second
Really short, quick
videos,
videos, yeah.
next, because you're chasing that dopamine
Yeah.
hit we were talking about. They're designed to keep you there via a form of addiction. And the doom part is it's bad for you, but also, I mean, you could sit there and scroll till you're dead.
Yeah.
I mean,
That
kind of,
makes
you know what I
sense.
mean?
Yeah. I just hadn't heard that term.
Yeah, that's a very well known common term in social media.
Yeah. And that's probably just, I don't have I have YouTube, but outside of that, I really don't have
Yeah.
any social media stuff.
Well, he said delete TikTok, but all the platforms are following the TikTok
Yeah.
model now. YouTube Shorts,
He probably
Instagram
meant,
Reels, Facebook
Yep.
Reels. They're all
he
they're all
probably
the
meant
same now.
TikTok like Kleenex means a tissue. It's just
Yeah,
a
yeah.
name brand for, or the
for
brand
that
name
type
for
of social
yeah.
media.
Yeah. I at work, in my like mental model of how to work, I'm very, I think a lot about having high agency, and you can control your day. You can make it good or bad. You can, like, if that thing's bothering you, go fix it. And where I work is very, we like to use the word entrepreneurial. So
Mhm.
like if something's broken, you don't need permission to fix it. Or if something's can be better, you don't need permission to improve it. So very, like, be the cause,
Yeah.
not the effect. And so this kind of leans a little into that for me, because you can control this. And I'm not saying it's easy,
No.
but you can directly control these things
Mhm.
if you take a little bit of that agency that everyone has. I mean, free will, whatever you want to call it, and you create this space in your life in a world. And by world, really, it's your brain, individual brains that collectively make the world, but in a world that kind of is headed not in this direction. This also makes me think of modern luxury. So
I was gonna- yeah, that was-
back in like I don't know, the 30s, 40s, 50s, when cars were starting to be a thing.
Yep.
Things were a lot slower back then, and then cars came on the
Yeah.
scene. And I know I'm not exact on timeline here, not the point. But cars came on the scene. All of a sudden, people wanted a car, a modern luxury, because it was speed. It was get you from here to there faster.
Yep.
It was a status symbol or whatever. It's funny that we're flipping we're flipping that now.
It's like the pendulum is swinging back.
Right. Yeah. And it's coming full circle almost. Just,
the things they took for granted are commodities today.
Correct.
Well,
and
The
we're
only
trying
difference is
to get back to that.
I don't know that many people are trying to get back to it. It's what they need.
But I think there's more today than
But they don't know they need it.
5-10 years ago.
True.
I think there is the pendulum swift.
There's more
starting
awareness
to
of what's happening to our brains.
I like that the luxuries he defines too are intangible. When the world thinks about luxury, it's like lifestyles of the rich and famous. They have the
Got the
huge
Bentley.
mansion, they got the car with the hand stitched seats, and they've got
infinity pool. And
But what he's describing are things anyone can attain. You don't have to have wealth to attain these. They're intangible because they're not physical.
You're born with it.
But they're innate. They're things you can find within yourself if you'll just take the time to do it. And I think his use of luxury is interesting because it's not the things that we think of as luxury. I mean, it's just not.
It is interesting too, what you're talking about of it's just in you.
Yeah.
And it's different for everybody. I mean, somebody might like to sit on the beach and read for 7 days, and some of us might like to walk 10 miles a day and be physically tired at the end of the day. And there's not right or wrong.
No.
It's just we have our preferences.
That's right.
And so you can do this in many different ways depending on what your preferences are. I think that's kind of cool too.
I do too. Yep.
Yeah.
Or you can bike 30-something miles.
You can bike 30-something miles, yes.
And feel exhausted.
It's been hard to raise kids in this environment with all the electronics and all the messages and the notifications and the reels and the doom scrolling. And you just, the way I think about it is, I don't know that my kids know what to do when the power goes out.
Yeah.
That doesn't even happen much anymore. When I was a kid, the power went out all the time, It was just like
a good breeze blew, the power would go out.
Yeah. So they don't even do without power, and the phones are still working at least for a while the power's out.
If you guys,
so that if your kids could learn what to do when the power goes out, I think.
What's a candle?
Go to bed early. That was if it was evening. It's like, well, it's dark. We can't see.
Go
Let's
to bed when
to
the
bed.
sun goes to bed. Read by candlelight, of course.
Have you guys heard about these? I don't know, random families that try to live, and the parents and their kids try to live like it's 1995 in their house. They only have a tube TV with a VCR, and they only have phones with the cords.
I've heard about the phones with the cord
Yeah.
thing.
I've heard about them over some years of people that are trying to do stuff like this, and I don't think they ever succeed because you just walk out your front door and there's a drone delivering your groceries or whatever. But I thought that was kind of an interesting way to try to tackle this. I don't know how you do that and your kids not be totally screwed up when they enter the working world, or they go to school. If you're not homeschooling, if they go to school or something like that, I don't know how you shelter them in that way, and then they get out and maybe you're a little worse off. But interesting thought of just trying to control what you can control.
But there's
in your
a population here in the U.S. that's been doing that for years. The Amish.
Yeah,
they've been living like it's 1890.
Right. I didn't know what to do with the idea that living like it's the 90s is living in ancient times now.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's been a few years.
I'm from the 90s.
Yeah. Some of my favorite years were in the 90s. But they were a long time ago.
We thought we had problems. Well, every generation has its own problems.
You know what's not a problem though?
What's that?
Subscribing to this podcast.
It's easy. Easy to do.
We even make it easy for you. We've asked YouTube to just put a subscribe button, and all you have to do is click it.
If you're watching, it's right.
Patrick called him up and was like, "Hey, Mr. YouTube, I need you to put a subscribe button." And he's like, "Okay."
And if you're watching this on YouTube, there's about to be one over one of our faces, I think.
Yeah, probably. Well, we could put it over the candle.
Over Tim's
the
candle face.
Yeah. Also, there's this share thing. It's got this little arrow, or it's got the three little.
That's neat.
Just hit it, and You can share it on that social media because we know you're on it.
Yeah. Oh,
We
yeah,
know.
we know.
Yeah. Statistics say you're on it right now.
Yeah.
You know who's not?
We probably need to do this at the beginning of a
We probably
podcast
should.
because I think what's happening is
Everybody tuned us out an hour ago.
yeah. People tune in for the funny stuff, and then when we get serious, they're out, and then we start talking about subscribing, and then we see that part.
I'll try to remember this for next week.
Yeah. We'll forget, but support us any way you can. You know, we don't ask for money. We haven't begged you for anything.
We just want you to like us.
Use your
And
technology
subscribe.
that's in your hand already and push a button. It's not going to kill you.
And you know, if you're not watching on YouTube, I mean, whatever you're listening to us on has a subscribe button.
And a comment feature or a review or a
ratings,
rating.
yeah.
These things help.
And Wes, we're still waiting on you to
Oh.
deliver on that promise.
Oh,
What are we, 129?
we are waiting, and it's not pretty.
That'd be easy, guys. No problem.
Yeah.
Sure.
I feel like he's...
We're up to 130.
Okay.
Game one.
Game one. Yeah. 1 or 2.
I mean, watch out, Joe Rogan. We're on our way up. Here we come.
We've
Maybe-
never been closer.
That is
Maybe
true.
everybody's waiting
Yeah.
on Tim to come back,
Oh yeah.
which I can't blame him.
I'm ready for him to come back. I talked to him today. He sounded pretty stressed, and his work is still a little rough. But
Keeping him up.
thankfully, he gave me a
Sure
picture
he's-
that was proof of life, so that people would believe that he's still with us.
Yeah, that was important.
Holding the
We don't want
birthday.
another Nancy Guthrie situation.
Or Mitch McConnell situation. Either one.
Well, thank you, everyone who's still hanging on. We are working hard every week to keep the content coming, so there's more to come next time on Passage.